come in by tens of thousands. Mohammedans, Mongolians, Cantonese. Boys from the rice fields, men from the cold northwest. Recruits must be taught to be good soldiers. Every life counts now. The old shadow dance is converted into a setting up exercise. Now the soldiers have modern rifles. Soldiers must be taught to use these new war machines. They look like football players, but this is a game for the life of their country. Know what they are fighting for, not for the glory of a little group of warlords, as do the Japanese. They prepare to fight a war of defense. Defense for their rivers, their harvests, and their own families. China gets back her sky. The nerve center of armed China is this National Military Council. It has placed all the armies in the field under a united command at last. The chief responsibility rests on the Commander-in-Chief, General Chiang Kai-shek. The new strategy of defense is worked out. China will reserve her heavy equipment for decisive blows. Japan wants to win the war with one glorious battle. But China harasses her with 1,000 small engagements, knowing that every Japanese advance brings China closer to its ultimate victory. The invaders had already seized the cities of the coast. While China's defense was being organized, the Japanese advanced deep into Shanxi, Henan, Guangdong, and along the Yangtze River to Hankow. The Chinese strategy is to avoid major battles, but to block the ends of the enemy advance. Behind the Japanese, small groups of armed peasants cut the lines and then go back into hiding. The Japanese lines of communication are cut again. Japanese munition trains are lost. Bridges disappear. Outposts of Japanese troops are cut off. That is guerrilla warfare. The Japanese control the railroads and the cities, but little else. The banks of the Yellow River are too vast to be wholly occupied by the enemy. This place is one of the vulnerable points of the Japanese lines. A fisherman prepares his goatskin raft. And then regular soldiers, operating by guerrilla methods, emerge from a neighboring village. Meanwhile, a critical situation developed around the town of Taichuang. The Japanese had advanced too fast. The Chinese proposed to surround them. The story of Taichuang was told by an officer from the 91st Division. Sergeant Wang, a brave, courteous man, he told what happened and how they fought, sometimes in the heat of the afternoon, sometimes at night. Wang knew how many were wounded and some of their names and what provinces they had traveled from. It was our victory, he said, a hard victory. Our guns were covered with dust. It was very early in the morning. We felt strong. We were going to attack. I myself, said Wang, come from Guangxi, where we plant our rice in the mud. Here in the north, they grow millet. The dust blows everywhere. And the sun is often cold. Yet this is also my country. We kept marching toward the north, and people told us, be careful, the enemy is not far away, because here the villages were bombed, and there was no more. A Japanese captain forced these people to carry ammunition, but then he had to retreat. This peasant told me about it. The captain ordered the people to gather on a road and threw a thing with a tail like a fish. This man escaped the explosion with the wound in the muscle of his neck. After 3 hours, we came to the village of Chisin. We heard that the Japanese were retreating. That was true, for I saw the dead in the village.